The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The Metro Manila Council is recommending to downgrade NCR to Alert Level 1 starting next month. Metro Manila Council Chairperson and Parañaque Mayor Edwin Olivares confirmed this in an interview with Radyo 5 this morning. However, the interagency task force will still be the one to decide on the final recommendations to President Duterte.
Pinagkasundoan po talaga unanimously, Manong Ted, ang aming i-recommenda sa ating pong IATF, yung pong downgrading to Alert Level 1 starting March 1. Nagpasa po kami ng resolution, recommendatory lang po ito based po sa aming nakikita sa ground at based po sa aming pong mga data na ibinigay sa amin ng aming sariling seso at saka yung consolidation ng mga data galing po sa ating pong DOH.
The OCTA Research Group reports that Angeles City and Lucena City are now classified as very low risk. Professor Guido David reports that as of yesterday, both Angeles and Lucena have maintained negative COVID-19 growth rates. Both cities are also reporting very low attack rates, reproduction numbers, as well as healthcare utilization and positivity rates. Meanwhile, many highly urbanized areas are now at low-risk category, including NCR, Bacolod, Cebu City, Cotabato, and Tacloban. Others are at moderate risk. Presidential aspirants are reaffirming their support for their vice presidential running mates. This following the strong push for the pairing of certain presidentiables to a certain vice presidential candidate from a rival tandem. Faith Del Mundo with the report.
Isa or Isko Moreno Sara Duterte. There's also Rosa or Robredo Sara Duterte. These are the tandems that are being pushed by some groups, even if the candidates are not official running mates. This is also described by many as the mixing and matching of candidates. Efforts to pair up Manila Mayor Isko Moreno to Davao Mayor Sara Duterte started in Mindanao, where the presidential daughter is gaining huge support. Over the weekend, Moreno campaigned in parts of Mindanao without his running mate Dr. Willie Ong. Banners in support of the Isko-Sara tandem filled up venues of Moreno's sorties. Earlier this month, Albay Congressman Joey Salceda expressed his support for a Robredo-Sara tandem. Salceda believes this tandem serves the country's best interest. Robredo meanwhile said that tandem mix and matches are common in the political landscape, but she's standing by her official running mate, Senator Kiko Pangilinan.
Wala ako ibang Vice President, si Senator Kiko Pangilinan. And malalim na proseso yung pinagdaanan ko kung bakit siya yung pinili ko. So ito ipapaglaban natin until the very end.
Mayor Isko also pledged his support and his vote for Ong.
Ako po, Isko Doc Willie. Period.
Ong has also released a separate statement saying there is no bad blood between him and his presidential running mate over the push for an Isko-Sara tandem.
Salamat kay Mayor Isko, pinili niya ako, nakatakbo tayo bilang Vice President. Walang atrasan to.
Other presidential candidates have also expressed strong support for their own running mates. Senator Ping Lacson said that his partnership with Senate President Tito Soto is rock solid.
As the Senate President has also assured me that we'll stick it out, no matter what. Kasi we're in this fight together and we will stay together hanggang sa logical conclusion ito.
Same goes with Senator Manny Pacquiao and his running mate Congressman Lito Atienza.
Ako naman ay pinili ko yung Vice President ko, Lito Atienza, dahil grabe na ang experience sa public service at walang bahid na korupsyon.
But what exactly pushes supporters to mix and match some candidates? According to political science professor Edmund Tayaw, some Filipinos are weighing the candidate's popularity and winnability and are not basing their votes on the candidate's political party.
Ang tendency mo, if the vice presidential candidate is not as popular as the presidential candidate, your tendency is to endorse a different partner for your choice of a president or vice versa.
Based on past elections, winners do not usually come from the same tandem. This only happened in 2004 when former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and her running mate, former Vice President Noli de Castro, shared the victory. Tayo also believes work would be much easier if the President and Vice President are in tandem. If not, they may have to make compromises for public interest.
Pareho silang elected official, they have to find a way to work together. Being effective is an entirely different story.
For News 5, Faith Del Mundo, we are One News.
Presidential candidate Leni Robredo is set to meet with Sumilao farmers as part of her campaign sortie in Bukidnon this morning. To give us the latest, we have mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro joining us on the line from Bukidnon. Good morning, Jacob. Yesterday, Cagayan de Oro turned pink for Leni, I understand. Are we seeing the same response from Bukidnon today?
Good morning, Charles. And, as much as I would love to show you this, again, our signal is a bit challenging here, but, it's definitely people are either wearing pink or waving pink flags. And one of the most interesting things here is that the Sumilao Mayor Jose Antonio Vilo endorsed Leni and was also wearing pink. But the highlight here is that the Sumilao farmers, gave their speech. Since the Bajek, the youngest farmer who joined the march in 2007, marched from Bukidnon to Quezon City for 1,700 kilometers to fight for the land that was really theirs. In this story, they remembered Leni Robredo not just as one of the lawyers who fought for them, but also a mother who took care of them then and continue to take care of them now. The farmers thank Robredo for the cows that they gave years ago, which they said has already doubled, and the financial and equipment assistance they received from her office.
Yeah, we are looking at images of the VP, lots of pink everywhere. So what are some of the activities scheduled for Robredo and the rest of her team for the rest of the day in Bukidnon?
Okay, well, after visiting Sumilao, she will then head to the municipality of Maragmag, where she will again meet with supporters. And then she will head to Valencia City. And later, she will be having a meeting with religious leaders in Malaybay City. And as usual, she will end her day with a people's rally in Malaybay City.
Right, Jacob, much has been said about the Sumilao farmers and their march from Bukidnon in support of the VP. What is VP Leni's message to these farmers?
Well, after Bajek gave her speech, Robredo said the story was much longer, and what the hardships that they went through was more excruciating, and probably more excruciating than what Robredo experienced, as she said. But then after that, Robredo thanked the farmers and assured her that her support will continue. She then signed a covenant with these Sumilao farmers, where they highlighted a more farmer-centric agricultural reforms, such as prioritizing local production over importation, securing Philippine waters for our local fishermen, the revision of the rice tarification law to boost farmer earnings and not lessen them. And then they added other laws there, like the National Land Use to give farmers the National Land Use Act to give farmers hundreds of thousands of square meters of land for them to farm.
Thank you for that, Jacob, and do stay safe. That was mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro reporting from Bukidnon. Partido Federal founder John Castriciones says there's a grave injustice behind his split with the party. Castriciones said the persons who were responsible for submitting party documents to the COMELEC were remiss in their obligation. Worse, Castriciones says the same orchestrated a shakeup in the party's executive body, which led to Ferdinand Marcos Jr. taking over the party chairmanship.
It is a public knowledge that it was the MRD and ECC that actually founded this organization under my stewardship as the president. And if you would read the Wikipedia, it states there that the founder is actually our Secretary John Castriciones, and that's me. It's heartening to find out that the party was actually taken away from us. And because of that, we feel that there is really grave injustice that was committed against our organization.
And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us later at 11 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.